I'm kind of tired of the way that introverts get treated in this world, so I want to talk about it. If you or someone you love is an introvert, this is for you. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. Welcome back to the channel. But if you're new here, my name is Taylor. I am a singer-songwriter, music teacher, manifester, and I am here to help you create a life that you love. Because you deserve it, and it's possible. So we live in a very extroverted world. Those that are extroverted seem to have the most friends, get the best jobs, and receive a lot of opportunities that most introverts are overlooked for. While you may consider me an extrovert, yes, that's mostly true. However, I can only be an extrovert if I am also an introvert. There's a reason why I choose to work from home. There's a reason why I spend a lot of time by myself. Without it, I could not be the extroverted spaz that you see here before you. I see the value in being introverted, and yet most people don't. I personally don't get that because some of the people I love the most in this world are introverts. So I have a message for you guys. First and foremost, there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. I don't care how many times you've been told you're too quiet, you're too awkward. There is nothing wrong with you, and you do not need to change who you are to fit into this world. If people can't see your value, that is their loss, not yours. The only thing you should worry about is if you are being the most authentic version of yourself. If people don't get you, it's because they're not meant to. You don't need to change who you are to make other people feel more comfortable. If they're uncomfortable because you're not talkative enough, that's their problem to deal with, not yours. In fact, 9 times out of 10, if people react negatively to you, it's because they are taking their own personal issues and projecting them onto you. It's not about you, it's about them. Extroverts, like anyone, want to be seen, heard, and loved. And if we don't get that within the first 5 minutes of meeting someone, we start to feel like there's something wrong with us. Like the other person doesn't like us or isn't amused by how charismatic we think we are. So we project that insecurity by putting it back on you, asking you why you're so quiet, why you're so awkward, because we somehow feel like your natural personality is communicating to us that we're unlovable. That is not the case though. It's literally just a miscommunication. For example, when I met my best friend Colleen back in 5th grade, incredible musician by the way, she's the one that did all the music for Blame It on the Programming, so if you haven't listened to that, you should. We didn't get off on the right foot immediately. She is very much an introvert, and I am an extroverted middle child. I need attention! So a mutual friend of ours introduced us and told her to say hi to me. She didn't. And right away, I thought that there was something wrong with me, that she didn't like me, that I did something wrong, and oh my God, why doesn't she like me? What did I do? But that was not the case. As an extrovert, I was putting my own insecurities onto her and assuming that because she didn't greet me right away, she didn't like me. You wanna know what actually happened? She was so lost in thought that she genuinely did not hear this interaction going on. She wasn't ignoring me because she didn't like me. She just didn't hear us. It's something we joke about now because luckily we became best friends not too long after. But not everyone is as fortunate. I could have missed out on a lifelong friendship by allowing my insecurities to speak for the situation instead of figuring out what actually happened. So introverts, don't take the judgments of extroverts personally, because we're judging ourselves just as much, trust me. You don't need to change anything about yourself to fit in. You are fine just the way you are. And guess what? Those that are worth having in your life will take the time to actually see that. You don't need to change who you are to showcase your value. It is already there for anyone to see who is just willing to look. You guys have as much to offer as anyone else. You really do. All the introverts I know are some of the most creative, kind, insightful, and hilarious people I have ever met. This isn't to say that the extroverts in my life aren't as well, but this isn't about you right now. You have enough. For me personally, I love having introverts in my life just as much as extroverts because you guys bring the balance that I so desperately crave. You are valuable. You are lovable. Why? Because you're you, and that's all I would ever want you to be. If you are an introvert that feels like you missed out on things because of this, I am truly sorry. You have so much to offer though, so hang tight and keep your head up. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You are enough as you are, and good things are coming your way. Trust in that and let anyone who tells you differently just fall to the wayside. You don't need that in your life. Just because you're not like someone doesn't mean you don't like them. If that's what people take away from your interaction with them, you can't change that, so don't even bother. People are always going to perceive you in different ways, and if they can't see your value, again, that's their loss. You don't need to change for the world. The world should change for you. You, my wonderfully introverted friend, are fine just the way you are. I hope this helps. As always, keep creating the life that you love because you deserve it and it's possible. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like, leave a comment if you have something to add, and if you would be so kind as to subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. If you found this video helpful, I have quite a few on my channel that you might enjoy as well. And if you want even more content, follow me on Instagram and TikTok at taylor.voice or on Twitter at just taylorvoice. And this video was inspired. Well, there's a few introverts in my life that I was inspired for, but let's just leave it about my best friend that I told you the story about, because like I said, she did all the music for my single Blame It on the Programming, one of the most talented, creative, and wonderful people I've ever met. So if you don't want to support me for whatever reason, you should listen to it to at least support her. You know, as a fellow introvert. You can find it on Spotify, iTunes, all the platforms that you listen to music on. You can find it there, so give it a listen, save it to your playlist, listen to it every day. And until next time, keep creating a life that you love because you truly deserve it. And it is possible. And on Twitter, dang it. Why am I so burpy?